but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me.
Guys, before this video gets started, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos. And if you hit the notification bell, you won't miss any because I'm so consistent. Why would you want to miss any of my videos? So yeah, okay, let's jump right into the video. So sorry that I have been so MIA on YouTube. I actually deleted the app from my phone entirely. Just watching people's YouTube videos, I just wasn't into it. it felt like a really, just not a waste of time, but just like I wasn't enjoying watching people's videos. I wasn't enjoying making videos, so I just kind of deleted it, like out of sight, out of mind, so I wouldn't have to think about the fact that I wasn't uploading videos and seeing other people continue to upload videos. I just was kind of in a creative funk and just didn't feel like putting out content, but I'm back, and I feel like a good way to get back into it is to do a Q&A and just kind of like remind you guys of who I am. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and jump into the video, into the questions. So I did get quite a decent amount of questions. There are 85 comments on this picture, which is not an overwhelming amount, but I can't answer 85 questions. It was on this picture on Instagram and like the Gymshark little peach set. So I'm just gonna like kind of scroll through and pick ones that are a little more in detail, or like ones that I kind of want to answer, I guess, that are just more than like, what are your macros? Because like I'm not answering questions like that in this Q&A. I hope that my arm doesn't get tired. I feel like my hair is growing. Are we proud of me? Because it's been a struggle to get my hair to grow and not just look like a nappy little mess. Anyway, okay, so hey beautiful, did you graduate from college, and if so, what was your degree in? Do you use your degree for your current job? So happy to see you coming back to the tube. Missed your videos during cardio. Oh, thank you. So I got my degree in elementary education in 2015 from Indiana University. I went to University of Florida my first 2 years of college, and then wanted to pursue my teaching degree, so it kind of made sense to finish college in the state where I wanted to teach and wanted to live, just because like the curriculum that they teach it to you so you can pass the licensing exam in order to teach in that state. With that said, I never took the licensing exam because I got a job right out of college working for Stryker medical device company doing purchasing and demand planning. And with that said, I don't use my degree. I don't think I ever will. I really enjoyed going to school for elementary education, but near the end of it, I really, like when I did my student teaching semester, I was like, this is not for me. I could do it, but I think I should have chosen maybe like middle school or high school. Kids take a lot out of you. So with that said, I don't use my degree. I don't think I probably ever will. I don't know if I can go back and like try to take a licensing exam to like teach middle school or high school or something, but I really enjoy teaching people things. I feel like I have a sixth sense of like being able to understand the block between like when someone isn't understanding something and like trying to get them past that point, because I'm just a patient person when it comes to teaching people things. So I don't know, I do miss teaching, but I don't use it. Sorry for the very long response, and I'm sorry in advance if this video is like 10 years long, but there's a lot of questions and I want to be able to get to a lot of them. What are your favorite and least favorite parts about being a public figure? Okay, I definitely don't consider myself a public figure by like any means. Honestly, my like favorite part of the fact that like my social media is a little bit larger than like the normal person's is the fact that literally all of my best friendships have come from someone being like, oh my goodness, I follow you, let's hang out, or like we start messaging back and forth and then we become such great friends. So I feel like that's just social media in general though. Like it doesn't matter that I feel like those people just found me because my account's a little bit larger, and the bigger your account is, the more people see it anyway. So I feel like regardless of how big or small my account was, like I probably would have found those people. But a lot of my best friends I have because of social media. And obviously like when people send you, like when Lulu sends me free clothes to try on and film a try on haul, like that's an amazing perk, and I feel very, very, very blessed because they've sent me amazing clothes that I wear almost every single day, and I feel really, really lucky. I wouldn't have that if it weren't for my social media growth. With that said, obviously, least favorite part is just dealing with negativity, but that's just life. Like, you're gonna always have people that have negative things to say, and definitely used to hurt me like a lot. I definitely used to take things really personal and would try to change the way that I did things, or like address certain things so that people would understand where I was coming from. But like, at the end of the day, if someone doesn't like you, they're gonna not like you, and it doesn't matter. You can try to talk them into liking you, and it's just not gonna work, and that's okay. My current split is, so someone just said current split, period. So my current split is legs, upper body, abs, just cardio, legs, upper body, abs, just cardio. That's just kind of like the split that I follow. And upper body is usually honestly a mix of like 3 shoulder exercises, 3 back, and like 2 chest exercises maybe. I don't really train a lot of biceps and triceps just because they're a very like secondary muscle anyway. They get activated on like all of those things. Your triceps are always activated when you're doing shoulders, and your biceps are activated a lot when you're doing like lat pull downs and stuff like that. So I don't isolate them, but every now and again, just based on how I'm feeling, I'll throw them in. But that's kind of my split. And then right now I'm doing cardio every day because I like it. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, don't do cardio every day for whatever reason, but I either do 20 minutes of steady state, or I try to do sprints like 2 to 4 days a week, depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to the pool that weekend, I'll do sprints for like a couple days in a row leading up to that, just because my body responds really well to doing sprints. Like I tighten up a lot, like I lose a lot of water weight from doing them, but not everybody does. Macy, my like really, really good friend that lives here, doesn't. She says she holds water when she does sprints, so everyone's different. But I've talked about my HIIT like sprint routine in a previous video, so if you want to learn more about that, just literally type in my name and then like how to do HIIT, like HIIT. How do you balance a social life with your friends who do not compete and don't consider fitness to be a big part of their life? Honestly, I'll be real, my only friends here are like Macy and Ben, and Macy competed and is all about the fitness, so I don't really know. I feel like a lot of people who ask that are maybe like in high school, and so a lot of you're like always around your friends at school, and they're a big influence on you. But like when you're an adult, you spend a lot of time alone, and you're like, why would I just sit at home? Why wouldn't I just go to the gym? And with that said, like even if you are a high schooler, you're probably like hanging out with your friends at school, and then you're going home and you're like texting them or something, or whatever, messaging them. Like, just go to the gym. I don't know, your friends don't have to know where you are 24/7, and if they care that you're like into working out, that's weird, because that's like a thing that's good for you, so they should be happy for you. And if not, then they're not your friends. It's cliche to say, but I mean, it's true. I love your workouts and use them in the gym often. What is your diet like? I have full day of eating videos on my channel, if you guys don't know, but I just talked about this on an Instagram post. I pretty much track macros like Monday through Friday. I have a free meal on Friday, and then like Saturday, Sunday, I like kind of just eat fun micronutrient dense foods. Like I'll eat a big smoothie bowl, like an acai bowl, or go to Chipotle and get like a ton of vegetables and tofu and all this stuff that I would normally try to track during the week. I just eat a lot of like healthy, maybe calorically dense foods, I don't know, like smoothies and green juices and just like fun healthy stuff that would be really, nothing is like impossible to track, but like some stuff is a little more difficult than others, and just like you don't want to try to track it because it's just so much effort. But with that said, I probably eat in a deficit during the week, and obviously like working out adds to your deficit. My maintenance, if I was to not work out, would probably be like 1,500 calories, just like walking. That's probably how many calories I've burned during the day, maybe 1,600. And so with that said, I eat about 2,100, and then I work out on top of that, so I'm probably still in a deficit. I mean, I seem to be, because I feel like I'm tightening up, and I said I started a cut, but like I'm not being strict about it. I'm just kind of like listening to my body, because I don't like need to cut. I don't hate myself. I'm not uncomfortable with where I am. I would like to tighten up, and I'm just like doing it naturally in a very slow and steady way with like what just feels good. So it's really, really difficult to explain to people, but yeah. What type of supplements do you use weekly? How often do you use them? Weekly. I use them daily. I use pre-workout. I have Pump sitting over there. I keep Pump up here because my room is always cool, and I don't want it to clump. Even though it's a no clump pump, there is still like the potential for that if it's in like a very moist, you know, humid environment. So I like to keep it in a cool, dry environment. So I take pre-workout and Pump on my leg days, and then I take Pump on my upper body days, and then on just cardio or just cardio and ab days, I don't take anything at all. So I try not to, unless I'm just like really, really dragging in the morning, if I'm like went out on Saturday night and need the energy on Sunday morning or something like that. I also take BCAAs every day while I'm working out. I used to do them like all day every day, but that's just not necessary, and I just feel like I need to drink more just plain water and not as much just BCAAs all day every day. It just defeats the purpose. And then I also take protein just to help get enough protein during the day, because I tend to be, that's like the macro that I, not that I struggle to hit it at all. Oh, okay, Kylie. It's fine. Not that I struggle to hit my protein at all, but like if there's one macro that I like don't like to eat, it's eating protein, because I don't eat a lot of meat. Sorry if I'm talking like super, super fast. How do you deal with friends and family who don't support you? I kind of already answered this, but honestly, like, you kind of just have to do you and just not really give a shit what people say, because people are gonna always not like what you do, whatever you're doing. How long are your workouts typically? Like an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes ish. What are your fitness goals currently? Don't really have any. Kind of in a really sweet spot, trying to cut a little bit and just enjoy life. And yeah, I'm just having fun, and it's awesome. What is one swear by skincare product you use? Okay, I can't pick just one, honestly. Freaking SPF. Wear SPF every single day. Wear it, wear it, wear it. I don't care if you don't like it, wear it. I use the brand Juice Beauty. They do a tinted SPF, and I wear that. I mix that with a face lotion and like a glow lotion by I guess I'll just show you. I'll get up and show you. So I mix this Juice Beauty with by Terry, oh, this isn't closed, Cellular Rose Serum. Got that from Megan Grubb, or like inspiration from her, and Saint-Tropez face lotion. I mix that little concoction and I put that on my skin. Right now I have makeup on, but typically during the week I don't wear makeup, just because I work at the warehouse. Like, there's really honestly no point in me wearing makeup. I have on foundation and like some highlight right now, and obviously a lipstick, but yeah. So skincare products, face lotion, like a face lotion with sunscreen, vitamin C, and retinol. You must have those. Very important. What's happening in your love life? Are you dating or just focusing on yourself? I feel like I get asked this question every time I want to do a Q&A, and I'm never in the mood to talk about it, because last year I dated somebody, and I posted a picture with them on my Instagram, and then, you know, this was somebody that I was pretty serious with. We said I love you, and he literally ghosted me out of nowhere, just like stopped talking to me, right like a few days before my best friend's wedding, where I was in her wedding as a bridesmaid. He was my date. He ghosts me out of nowhere. I like go by myself to the wedding. It's depressing as shit, and honestly, since that, and of course a lot of people asked questions at that time. I think I maybe only had like 20,000, 25,000, but even just that amount, I still got questions like, oh, what happened to the guy you were dating, or whatever. I don't want to deal with that. Dealing with a breakup is like hard enough, and so even if I was dating somebody, you guys probably wouldn't see it for like a while. You might see a picture of them or like a video in my Instagram story, but like I wouldn't tag them, because the internet is like a gross place, and I know that like I would rather keep something like that to myself. With that said, no, I'm not dating anybody. I've been on dates since moving to Nashville, and I feel like I could write a very hilarious book about it. Just like my dating life in general is very funny. Pretty much anybody that I meet and go on a date with has been like just someone that I've met at the gym or something like that, and yeah, it's been basically a joke. So being single is weird. I don't really mind it though. Like, I have Bruiser, and I guess I'm just like picky at this point. Not picky, but I just like, I'd rather be alone than be with somebody that I couldn't see myself with long term. And so I'm just kind of really no nonsense about dating people. I dated a couple of people last year, but like I said, literally got ghosted. And I just don't, I guess I would tell you guys I'm dating somebody, but I just wouldn't share like the intimate details of it. And I feel like that's not unreasonable, just with when you see like internet breakups and everybody just wants to know everything about it. And I don't know, time will tell. What's your biggest accomplishment in life? What do you want to accomplish? Honestly, that's like, it's kind of tough to pick just one, but I'm very, very, very proud of my position that I now have with Ghost. I feel very, like, I worked really hard to get here. I was very patient with it, obviously because it takes time. And when I was going to be brought on as an ambassador with them last year, they kind of started throwing around the idea in like February and didn't sign me until July. And so it was a lot of back and forth of like, oh, we're gonna bring people on, and oh, next month, no, next month. So it was a lot of just like waiting and being patient and just showing them that they were the company that I wanted to work with. And then just really being loyal to the brand. And you know, when you guys use my code, it kind of shows that people have a loyalty to me, and that that I have an influence, a positive influence on the brand. So that really helped me. I had a really good month in like January, I think, when the hoodies dropped, and I feel like that helped me a lot, kind of show them like, you know, I'm super committed to the brand and this is the influence that I have on it, and I really want to take that to the next level and do something that's not so focused on my social media growth. Because essentially, if your social media grows, you're gonna sell like more product with your discount code, right? Like, that's just kind of how it would work. But my account was kind of stagnant at the time. I was like stuck at 40K, and then of course the minute that I, you know, decide to do that, my Instagram started growing a lot because I started doing like a bunch of swipe videos. And anyway, I'm rambling at this point, but wow, the question was what's my biggest accomplishment, and I would say that it's my career with Ghost. And I just got off onto the longest tangent that I don't know where that was going. It's fine. You said perfect, please let me know. Lol, far from it. How do you like living in Nashville, moving to a new place? I recently visited and I'm considering moving there when I'm done with school. I really like living here. Technically, I live in Franklin, which is like 20 minutes south of the city, but I mean, it's literally so easy for me to get into the city. It's just a straight shot north on 65. So I love living in Nashville. I feel like there's always something to do on the weekends. I love that Macy's here, and Ben, which is her boyfriend, and there's always something for us to do on the weekend. It's just a very like young, fun city, and I really like how the nature looks here, if that sounds weird. I think I have shown you guys the view from like outside my window, but there's like mountains. I would consider them mountains. I think people might call them like hills, but we're in Tennessee. I'm pretty sure they're mountains. It's just beautiful. I love living here. How much cardio do you do? I talked about that. How much do you weigh and how tall are you? I have no idea how much I weigh. Last time I stepped on the scale was at work. We have a pallet scale, and I stepped on it at like 3 o'clock and I was 117. But obviously you can't weigh yourself at 3 o'clock after you've eaten a bunch and had a bunch of water and expect it to be like your morning weight. So I'm maybe like 113, but I'm 5'2". but doesn't matter. Like, who cares? The number on the scale is literally nothing to me. Are you still working with a coach? Are you doing your own workouts and nutrition? I'm doing my own, but if I were to ever compete again, I would still stick with Paul. I just don't need I don't need like a lifestyle coach. I'm super happy, content. Currently wondering why that light is like flashing. Like, what in the world is causing that? That was so weird. Okay. Boozy, little boy is like, oh, Mom, are you done? Can you pay attention to me, please? Little boy. I feel like this is the most like casual Q&A, and I just keep touching my hair, and I'm so out of practice with YouTube. It's actually insane. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. It's kind of a long time. I think I'm gonna answer a couple more and then be done. Do you think you'll ever compete again? How do you find the balance between eating intuitively, working out, while maintaining a bomb physique? So I kind of talked about this already. I don't know that I'll ever compete again, only because I didn't even realize how lean I was when I was that lean. Like, I posted a picture today on my Instagram of my transformation of when I first started prep, and I was already very, very lean to begin with. And when you're that lean, you just like, you don't see it. You don't see how small you are. And I think people don't understand that until they are in that position. It's just like if you're overweight, you didn't realize how overweight you were because you see yourself so differently. And then when you compare pictures, obviously that's when you see changes and you're like, oh wow, I was really small. I just started off really small because before I dieted, I was really only eating like 1,500 calories. And then when I just started being consistent, I just dropped weight like that. And I had never prepped before, never dieted, so like the minute that I was really in a deficit, I just lost so much body weight really quickly, and I didn't have enough muscle to like continue to look healthy. Not that anyone looks healthy when they prep, but anyway, my point really was saying that I don't know that I'll ever compete again because it took me so long to get back to a point where I don't look at myself and think like, oh, I'm so fat right here, and like, oh, my face looks fat, and oh, this looks fat, and that looks fat. It's just, that's such a mind fuck, and I just am so happy to be out of it. If you could pick any food to be 0 calories, what would it be? Probably like cookies and ice cream together. Like a warm cookie with ice cream could be 0 calories. That would be fantastic. What is your favorite time of day to work out? How do you balance working a full-time job and fitness? So my favorite time of day actually is the morning, but obviously I don't do that during the week. I will go after work at like, what if I leave at 4:45 or 5 o'clock, get to the gym at like 5:30. So that's what I do. But then on the weekends, I like to get it out of the way because I just like to go early in the morning. You know, I like to get up for a couple of hours, eat breakfast, take Bruce on a walk, and then mosey my way over to the gym. But obviously I can't do that when I'm, you know, on site working Monday through Friday. Do you plan on competing again? Probably not. Do you miss gymnastics? Show us your skills. Lol, kinda. Not really though. Yeah, I feel like that's all I should answer. Because this is 23 minutes long and I'm gonna have a hard time trimming it down, if at all. I don't think I will trim it down because I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to trim it down, and I want to just re-record it because I feel like this is a very ratchet way to sit. It's just very, I don't know. Wow, that took a lot out of me. I don't think I've talked that long in a long time. So hopefully that wasn't too boring to watch. I kind of feel like I was answering questions like a robot near the end, just kind of spitting them out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will be filming a favorites video probably here soon. I don't know, I find it really difficult to like stick to a specific schedule when it comes to YouTube, but I really want to do something like Monday, Thursday, or something of the sort. So I guess if you guys have suggestions on like what 2 days you like to sit down and watch videos, let me know. I watch them personally like when I'm getting ready in the morning, so I feel like uploading on a weekday is obviously best because people are more likely to watch it. But anyway, so like I was saying before, I ran out of memory. If you guys could subscribe, that would be great. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any videos, since I, you know, am so regular with YouTube. You don't want to like miss any. So yeah, that's it. I forgot how to outro, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.